Welcome back. Welcome back. All our top stories can be found on our website. That's channelstv.com and on youtube.com/channelsweb. Visit m.channelstv.com to see us live on your mobile device. You can also download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS, and Windows phones from their respective stores. We'd also like to encourage you to use the Eyewitness feature in the Channels TV app. If you have pictures or videos you'd like to share with us, tap the application on your device, swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu, and follow the instructions. To the southwestern part of the country, Oyo State Governor, wife of the President, Hajia Aisha Buhari says the Children and Women Health Initiative is aimed at promoting preventive medicine practices to checkmate the alarming rate of mortality resulting from late presentation of diseases affecting women in Nigeria. Governor Ajimobi, on his part, said culture of preventive medicine must be made popular amongst Nigerians to promote longevity.
What the mother of the nation is doing is to encourage preventive health service. That is, you nip it in the bud, you catch it early. So by ensuring that you do screening, which is basically the foundation of the initiative, you can detect early enough all the ailments associated with the services that the screening will provide.
Governor Abiola Ajimobi of Oyo State. Now to the north-central part of the country, the Kwara State government is to inject about 2 billion naira into its microcredit scheme in the next 3 years with a view to alleviating poverty in the state. The state governor, Abdul Fattah Ahmed, dropped the hint in his office in Ilorin, the state capital, when he received the participants of the Senior Executive Course 38 of the National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies, Kuru, Jos, who paid him a courtesy call. Governor Ahmed also said youth and women will be prioritized in the scheme.
As you are aware, poverty is a universal issue, resulting from a state of short or long-term deprivation and the sense of insecurity in basic human needs. Today, many countries are faced with the challenge of poverty. Of course, Nigeria is not an exception. According to 2015 Human Capital Index, Nigeria ranks 152 out of the 188 countries in 2014. Thus, it has become imperative that we find ways of ameliorating this scourge. Consequently, one of the cardinal objectives of this administration in Kwara is to improve the lives of our people in tangible ways. Thus, poverty reduction is a top priority for this administration. It is our mission to reduce poverty in the state, and we've identified agriculture as one of the keys to economic prosperity.
Mr. Abdul Fattah Ahmed, Governor, Kwara State. Back to the southwest, the Ogun State government has asked young and budding entrepreneurs to make themselves available for various interventions and initiatives put in place by government to develop their God-given and innate potential in order to be employers of labor and put the country on the path of economic progress. The State Commissioner for Commerce and Industry, Mr. Bimbo Ashiru, made the call in Abeokuta, the state capital, when some young entrepreneurs operating in the state paid him a courtesy call in his office at the state secretariat. While assuring them of conducive business environment, the commissioner informed them that the state government was able to attract well over $500 million in foreign direct investment to the state in 2015 fiscal year as a result of its business-friendly posture.
Inventors, I'm sure from my own analysis that you have done it very well and you're now teaching them on how to do that. It's a sacrifice, and that's the only way we can turn around this country. And we are talking about job. The only way to do that is by the time we start looking for a way of turning around something. I mean, people can turn water to stone to water. It depends on how you can think about it. Let me give you a good example. Look at the value chain production of cassava. can get starch, you can get ethanol, you can get CO2, you can get everything. So what I'm saying is that by the time you start thinking about this, and you see what you can do, but I know there's a problem, funding. That's why we have UI here. The person in charge is there, so maybe one of these days, if I'm residing, working in the state, you can come, sit with them, form cooperatives, and get this fund. And there's another fund we're working on with Central Bank. So these are the opportunities we can have this fund. Then another thing you have is not only funding, it's packaging. And what I mean by packaging is that how do you make your products attractive? Because by the time you meet local needs, you can start exporting these products. I don't know whether I'm making sense here. So the only way to do that is carve a niche for yourself, package it very well so that people can be attractive.
Now to the oil and gas sector, and specifically to the petrol scarcity that is pervading across the country. Now, the Department of Petroleum Resources maintains that all petrol stations should adhere to the federal government's approved pump price for sale of petroleum products, irrespective of their purchase price. The operations controller of the DPR, Maynard Araifo, stated this in Benin City, the Edo State capital, after sealing off 6 petrol stations in the capital for selling PMS above the stipulated pump price of 86 naira 50 kobo per litre. The stations involved were caught selling for 150 naira per litre, the pumps equally under dispensing to the buyers. Take a look.
Officials of the Department of Petroleum Resources inspecting selected filling stations in Benin City, the Edo State capital. They are on a monitoring exercise to ensure that the dispensing pumps were not tampered with and the approved pump price of 86 naira 50 kobo per litre is complied with.
I'm coming back from my sale.
Moving from one filling station to another, the story is the same. The average price of petrol being sold to customers is 150 naira and the pumps adjusted to shortchange customers.
Give me the
Head of downstream DPR in Benin City, Nestor Iheji, having sealed the defaulting filling stations, insists that the exercise was not targeted at anyone.
The important thing that we have sent a message that DPR, that the government is on ground. We are coming back maybe by tomorrow to start to check those ones we see before and start again. It's a random something. We are not going here because somebody called us or this. It's a random check. All the wherever we go, you save here, you check the next one, you see next one. So that's the same. On average, Benin they are selling above pump price of 150.
Operations controller of the DPR in Edo State, Maynard Araifo, says the inspections will be carried out more frequently to keep the petroleum dealers in check. He maintained that no provision has been given to any marketer to sell above approved prices.
In most cases, where we go to any filling station, retail outlet, we ask them to give us their way B. The way B will tell us which depot they load from, the name of the marketer, and the pump PMS price for that product. But more often than not, they are not able to provide this information for us, which means they go out and collude with other marketers and buy the product at a exorbitant price. So we are not bothered how much you buy. If you insist you are going to buy it at 160 from them, then you are more ready to sell it at government pump price of 86.5 naira. That's our position.
The Department of Petroleum Resources once again validates its role in keeping dishonest filling stations out of business.
Meanwhile, the DPR, the Department of Petroleum Resources, is also insisting that petrol is sold above the official price. That is what they're saying, that it should not be sold above the official price. But in the cases of Ondo and Ekiti states, 35 petrol stations have been sanctioned for several offenses, ranging from doing just that, selling above the official price, hoarding, diversion of products, and under-dispensing. The controller of the Department of Petroleum for the 2 states, that is Ondo and Ekiti states, Adewale Osheni, disclosed this to newsmen during a monitoring exercise that took his team around the area.
All the 35 stations that we have visited, all of them have been penalized. All of them. Because they are offenses, ranging from under dispensing and selling above pump price. So if we are under dispensing, and what we do is that, I mean, we still penalize you while we allow you, because of the masses and so many people, then you are giving instruction to quickly correct that under dispensing. Then for people that are selling above pump price, I mean, they are also sanctioned as well. But we have had situations where we have sealed some stations, about 3 or 4 that we have sealed. But about the 30-something that we have visited, I mean, all of them have one problem or the other.
You're watching News Across Nigeria. Coming up, we'll be speaking with a solutions specialist who'll be talking about one of the measures that can be taken to make sure that there is effective monitoring of the petrol that is being dispensed in all the petrol stations across the country. Please stay with us.